I know. Here we go again. Let me share a couple of things with you as we start off the new week. I don't know when you'll be watching this, but because you're watching it, you're already a warrior. It's been a long weekend, an even longer past week, but we're going into the new week. So let's be positive. I am here to tell you that June is National Internet Safety Month. Now, what does this mean? We're entering into a world of AI. So I ask you, how are we going to keep the kids safe, ourselves safe? When did we not learn anything from social media, and how we have failed? And I think I'll take the we out of it, because I think a lot of us have not failed. I think our government has failed us. I think our education system has failed us. I think the safeguards from big tech, who should have put them in there in the beginning, have failed us. So let's talk about what we're going to do for June is National Internet Safety Month. Very simple. You're going to talk to your kids. You're going to be aware of what they're doing online, and you're going to be aware of who they're communicating with, and you're going to just be aware. That is it. What do I always recommend? Broken record, everybody. Family digital partnership. You sit down, you talk about your devices in your homes. You have to get strict with it, because entering into this AI is the scariest thing. So, no safeguards. I don't know. Every single person I talk to about AI, they tell me it's a big question mark. Why is it such a big question mark? Nobody developing this AI, which I'm sure has been around for a while now, just not perhaps launched or implemented. They don't know how to invent the safeguards. So it's up to us. Remember, we are the ones in charge of our children and ourselves. Remember, we lead by example. I have to keep saying that lately, because so many things are out of control and out of whack, and um, people going crazy about things that don't really matter. But what does matter are children. The other thing that matters is education. I was reading an article today that was sent to me that it came out of the Philadelphia Inquirer, but the article pointed out that 16 million children have not returned to schools since the pandemic. Now, they called it chronic absenteeism. The article states, and again, we'll just use it as kind of a sample. It says 8 million pre-pandemic or chronic absenteeism, and now 16 million total in the United States. It's funny that this came up, because I was just discussing an interview I did yesterday on Lynn's Warriors, TNT. I was discussing with Chris Salcedo. You might know him. You might love him from, he's on Newsmax TV. He's also on fellow host on TNT Radio and does the morning program on TNT. And I was talking with him about, I heard one time, Chris, that 41% of children never returned to school in New York City after the pandemic. Now, I heard it from a very reliable source. I could not find anything to back this up online. However, in speaking with a lot of boots on the ground teachers that I do speak with, they said, yeah, a lot of kids just never came back. Now, we know kids went private school, charter schools, homeschooling, but still 41%. So I don't know if that's true. But then this article was sent to me today. 16 million kids. Where are all the kids? What are all the kids doing? If nothing else, we know a lot of them are floundering. We know a lot of them, when they have times on their, you have time on your hands, you get in trouble, right? They're online meeting the predators. Because remember, wherever the kids are, so are the predators. Wherever we are, if I, as this adult woman, get unsolicited requests on Instagram, can you imagine 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old girls, somebody saying, oh, you're beautiful, or, oh, and the kids are so vulnerable. So I want all of us to really take heed that June, we're still in the beginning of June, is National Internet Safety Month. It's nothing to laugh at. It's nothing to say, you know what, kick aside, not in my house, my kid doesn't do it. They're all doing it. They're all doing it. I know parents who have put the best safeguards in place, and their kids still fall victim to all of this sextortion, predation, bullying. If nothing else, it's an addiction. Put down the devices, start pulling back. I also put the steps on. Go to lynswarriors.org, where you can create your family digital partnership under your Take Actions tab. I will also be loading on this week. I created how to rally your schools. Now we're coming out of schools right around now for the summer. Extra caution, because the kids are home. Perhaps they'll be on those devices that you got to be extra vigilant about looking out. I can't preach this enough. What's going on? It's only getting worse. I'm going to remind you, AI is here. It will kidnap our children, just as social media has. So with the kids out of school, extra push for June is National Internet Safety Awareness Month. But going into the fall, we want to prepare, because before you know it, it's September. I know you don't want to think about it. Summer goes very fast. We want to rally around getting our school districts to put down the phones during school hours. Now, big task. Everything is these days. Takes a little elbow grease, so join me. I've created a document. I'll be loading it onto the lynswarriors.org website this week, probably tomorrow, actually, at least in the next 48 hours, that I've created. That will be a template for you to present to your school board, to present to other parents, to circulate on your social media, because we already have schools in certain areas, and it's a school by school choice or a school district choice, where they have put down the phones during the school hours. The students, this is a no-brainer, everybody, have remarkably done better. They are communicating with each other during lunch. They are talking to each other, not just, sitting next to each other with their phones and texting back and forth. They're actually really, academics have improved. And so the kids are happier, less distraction. We know it works. We have schools where you check the phone when you enter the school. You can pick it up on the way out. Now, this doesn't cure everything, because, again, they still have those out of school hours. They can be on their devices, but at least for the 5, 6, 7 hours, whatever the time is your child is in school, it will give them the chance to focus on their education, give them the chance to not be so isolated and talk to other kids and teachers and really communicate. And that's what we have to get back to. I can't believe I have to say this, but you all know it's true. We have to get back to eye-to-eye contact. We have to get back to even shaking hands. I don't know who does that anymore. We have to get back to just personal relationships. So you have some homework for this week, but the first bit of homework is you are going to really think about this. June is nothing to scoff at with everything that's going on in our country. We'll leave the world for a minute, because at the Warriors, we like to focus on our own backyards, what's happening right here in America. Nothing to laugh at about any of these issues. Nothing to, I find it interesting when some people write me these nasty comments when I just want to bring you information you may not hear anywhere else, read anywhere else, make it easy for you, since I do have so many things sent to me. I do a lot of research. I am involved in things. I want to make our homes, our communities, our state, our country a better place for you, for me, for our children, for our grandchildren, for all of us. So follow along. Let's lift each other out of the negativity, because there's so much of it around. Let's not focus on that low-hanging fruit that seems to get all the attention all around. Let's focus on our kids. Let's focus on ourselves. Let's make our homes a place of, acceptance, and of family digital partnership, and of sharing, and of communication. Let's get back to look for that document that I will upload, the directions, the template, within the next 48 hours, lynswarriors.org. So when you go back to school in the fall, you can present this at the school board meeting, with the studies attached. Let's put the phones down during the school hours. And let's finish with talking to the kids. They're suffering. They are suffering so greatly. Tomorrow, as a matter of fact, I have on my State of the Nation program, I don't know when you're watching this, but it'll be Monday, June 5th, Dr. Marty Macari. You might know him. I'm sorry, McCary. I said the wrong way. Dr. Marty McCary, excuse that. Again, I remind you that I do these very late at night, so you slip up once in a while. And with Dr. Marty, we're going to talk about the youth mental health crisis. We're going to talk about this TikTok challenge now that is chroming. Have you heard of it? It's kind of like the puffing, whatever that was called, huffing. Remember the keyboard cleaner and all that, but now kids are inhaling very strong fumes from nail polishes and, markers, permanent magic markers, and things in aerosol cans. And some of them are dying. So this is a new TikTok challenge. We want to hear more about the effects of that. Always vaping. 91% of parents surveyed in one survey said they're aware of vaping and teens using it, but 80% of those say we think the teens know the dangers of the vaping. That doesn't even kind of make sense. I had to think about that for a minute. But anyway, let's get on top of things. Let's start the week fresh. Let's start the week anew. Let us all be warriors. Remember, community creates change. Please follow me, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Lynn's Warriors. We need followers. We need one of you each day to learn something, to step up. Then we have done our job at the Warriors. And we need to share with each other. Open and honest communication. It's 2023. You can no longer sit on the sidelines. You have to step up, step out a little bit, do it in your own home, start there, then into your community. Share, friends and neighbors. I can't say it enough. I'm a broken record. Talk to your kids. But remember, each and every day, be a warrior.